Hello, welcome to the Danesh Show. I'm Noah Danesh, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Beny Alagem. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's a great honor and pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And so if you could first talk a little bit about what Measure HH is.
So Major HH, which we introduced in March and got on the ballot sometime at the end of June, is the creation of a beautiful park at the entry to Beverly Hills, which is on the corner of Ulirsch and Merv Griffin Way. This is going to be 1.7 acre of a beautiful, elegant, lush garden with great species of roses and trees for everybody to enjoy. And the way we get to this space to create the 1.7 acres is by moving one building from the Ulirsch side to the Santa Monica side. And so we are creating one building in the park instead of two buildings on the side of Ulirsch and the side of Santa Monica.
And so what are the major benefits of this measure?
I think for the Beverly Hilton to continue to be relevant with all the competition that's coming all the way from downtown to Santa Monica, open space is the creation of a lifestyle, enjoyment. There is nothing better than being in our great weather, especially in Beverly Hills. We have a fantastic weather, better than any other cities. Mm-hmm. And to create such a large space that people can come and enjoy and just sit around and hear the birds sing and look at the beautiful flowers.
Mm-hmm. And some people say they don't like the tall tower. What do you say about that?
Well, that's why we're going directly to the residents. So what we are saying is we already have been approved in 2008 for one building that will be 18 stories on Santa Monica and one building which is 8 stories. So the choice to the voters, to the residents of Beverly Hills, is do you want these two buildings that are already approved, which the Beverly Hilton will proceed and build after the November 8 election, or the other option, which we believe it's a better plan, bringing beauty and nature to our city, is by combining the 18 and the 8 together and creating this open space.
And there's also the other concern of this park not being open to the public. What do you say to that?
This park will be always open to the public. It's publicly accessible park, and the only time when the park, which the park will be shut down, is if we have a presidential visit. As you know, Danesh, we have since President Dwight Eisenhower, to President Obama, every president since then visited the Beverly Hilton. We are required by the Secret Service certain areas to close for the security of our president. Mm-hmm. The other day that the park will be closed will be during the Golden Globes events. Again, it's because of security reason. Other than those 2 days, the park will always remain open to the public to enjoy.
Where do you see the future going for this plan?
So we are waiting for November 8 to come for the resident of Beverly Hills to make the decision. Which plan do they like better? Plan A, which is the plan from 2008, which is again the 18 stories and the 8 stories building, total 110 condos, or Plan B, which will be also 110 condos, but will be 26 stories, but it will be on the Santa Monica side, which blends with the Century City, and actually it's only about 100 to 150 yards from the tall building next to the school that I'm right now you interviewing me, Danesh, which is 43 stories. So I think we blend with this area and the creation of the garden. So voters will have to decide which plan they like better. Whichever plan they like better, that's what we're going to build.
And why do you think they should take this new plan?
I believe that this is a better plan. Again, it's bringing beauty and nature to our city. There is nothing greater than creating an open space. We are fortunate enough to be sitting on 9 acres, and with the opening of the Waldorf Astoria that will come in March, and having this beautiful park for the Beverly Hilton, I think that it will add a lot of quality of life to our city. But again, it is not my vision that need to be implemented. It's whatever the residents will vote for. We want to share it with all the residents. We want to share the initiative. We want to show the benefit of the park. But then again, if this will not pass by the resident, we respect that and we'll go to our plan A, which is the 18 stories on Santa Monica and the 8 stories on the Wilshire side.
And over here we have a picture of the park. Can you talk a little bit more about the park?
So this is going to be a beautiful landscape park by some of the top architects, landscape architects. So it will have 5 different areas. An area with gorgeous trees, area with waterfall and beautiful, more than 100 species of roses, an area that you can eat under some lemon trees, and an area that kids can come, enjoy and play. And we are known at the Beverly Hilton as dog friendly. You can go with your dog, you can walk your dog in this gorgeous park. And by the way, this park is a very large park. Just to say what 1.7 acres is, it is going to be almost 3 times larger than the beautiful park on Cannon, the Montage Park, which is not in the Montage Park. So I think adding this kind of openness, having this kind of nature to our city, will be a great, great improvement and enjoyment in Beverly Hills.
And if you could also talk a little bit more about the tower that's going to be built, like over here, the new plan.
So the condo building that will be built, either the 18 stories on Santa Monica or the 26 stories, is designed by one of the renowned architects of our time, Robert Stern, who is also the Dean of School at Yale University. And this is going to be a very beautiful, delicate, elegant building. The floor plate are going to be smaller. It's going to be about approximately 16,000 square feet. And so it's going to be a beautiful building. And I think it's very difficult. You'll agree with me, Danesh, that if you walk on the streets and you look at the building, you cannot distinguish between 18 stories or 26 stories. So I think the majority of the people will want to see the open park and will not mind having a bit taller building for the open space. But of course, this is the decision of the voters. We don't know what the residents will vote, will be the end results. I hope they side with us and they see the benefit that it creates for the city.
And the voting is on November 8th, so everyone should measure HH.
Right. It's going to be November 8th. It's the general election. But since we are a measure on the ballot for the city of Beverly Hills, and there is many other measures prior to us, which mean state and the city of LA, then Beverly Hills will be on the last page. Our measure is HH. I hope that people and the residents of Beverly Hills will have the patience to go through all the pages, make sure you reach the last page, and vote yes on measure HH.
And before we finish up, a few more questions. Also, the Beverly Hilton is really involved in our community. If you could talk a little bit more about the Beverly Hilton's involvement.
Yes, so we take our responsibility to our community very deep. Our mission is to both be a strong and trusted partner to our community. We have been doing so for the past 62 years. And I think we've proven ourselves to be involved in every organization almost in our city. Schools are dear to my heart. I feel the students are the most important fiber of our community. And so we will continue to support the school. As you know, Danesh, we have programs for internship for the high school that in every department during the summertime at the Beverly Hilton. We have program for the younger kids where they can come to our bakery and full all classes and bake cookies. So we love the fact that we can help the community with what we do.
Why do you think the Beverly Hilton is such an amazing hotel? It is one of the most prestigious hotels around here.
You know, the Beverly Hilton, when it was open, it was at that time a big opening. It is a it's a world famous hotel because the different events that occur as I mentioned, the Golden Globe, the Millikan Global Conference, and many, many others. I believe that at the Beverly Hilton, for non-profit organization, there is much more money than any other hotel in the country raising the amount of money for those organizations. So we are basically busy almost every night there. And so the hotel is frequented by people from the community, people from the outside the community. And I think we are a major engine in addition to other institutions that exist in our city. But we are considered to be a major engine for our city. And we are the largest employer, and we also probably one of the largest taxpayers in the city. Our contribution to the community to the city in the next 10 years is about around $240 to $250 million. This is a very significant amount.
And having the Golden Globes at the Beverly Hilton, it's quite an amazing event, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very exciting. It's exciting for all of us, and of course the resident of Beverly Hills. It's broadcasted live from there worldwide, so tens of millions of people are watching this program. And same thing with some other show. Like I mentioned before, the Millikan Global Conference is also watched live on Business Network from our hotel.
Mm-hmm. And finishing up last few questions, you're also very charitable, and there's a lot of events at the Hilton that assist in fundraising, correct?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
I think it's our duty for all of us to be involved with different organizations for different causes. We all have our causes that we like to make sure that we emphasize and support, but I think generally speaking, we all have to pull together and help those organizations that are doing such great work for so many different causes.
Mm-hmm. And my last question I'd like to come to you is, what do you think is the best advice you have ever received in your life?
The best advice is to be consistent, if you dream about an idea and you want to implement it, don't continue to fall asleep, wake up from the dream and go and get it. You'll make it.
Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Alagem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching The Danesh Show, and we'll see you next time.